Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to make a pink and purple press-on nail design. So we've got Pink Me Up, which is our pink from Madam Glam. We've got Healing Glam, I think it said, from Madam Glam as well, of course, and Food Coma. So Food Coma, if you're a regular on my channel, you'll know I am obsessed, absolutely obsessed with this color. I cannot find myself picking up any other nude for some reason. And even last night, actually, I was working on a new nail design and I really wanted a nude. And I was like, right, not Food Coma. Go find something else. And I was digging and digging and digging. And I just could not find another nude that would work with what I wanted to do. This nude just works with absolutely anything and everything. Highly recommend it. Definitely. I'm basically on like my third bottle. I cannot stop using it. Yeah, if you literally check out my channel, anywhere you see nude, at least 95% of the time, it is a Food Coma. I used to like a different colour, but yeah, this one just, I don't know, but love it. Anyways, so we've got 4 nails that are nude, 1 nail that's pink, and they've all got 2 layers now applied and cured, and time for our nail art. So on the thumb, I'm going in with a pink French tip. So we're going to try and do like this cutesy, I'm sure you all have seen in the thumbnail, but this very cute, purpley patterned, girly kind of nail art design. So on the tip, we're doing a French tip. On the thumb. So then using the brush from the bottle, I'm just going to colour in the tip. Otherwise it would take me forever if I just did it with my little fine liner. Don't get me wrong, I have done it many of times with the fine liner, but we have so much to get done in today's design, so I wanted to be as efficient as I can. Little disclaimer, I really apologise. For some reason, I kept having my hands really low, and every so often the footage is a little bit blurry here and there. I'm hoping it's still enough for you guys to see what I'm doing exactly, but I really apologise. I must have had my camera just positioned in the wrong way than what I usually do, and yeah, I just didn't notice that I'm off camera. That's a shame. I used to have this the Microsoft Surface tablety computer things, laptopy things, where you can like connect a keyboard or disconnect it, and it was so great. I used to connect to it with my phone, and I'd have it right in front of me whilst my phone was dangling above my head recording, and I would literally have it in front of me and I'd be able to see exactly if I'm in frame or not. But unfortunately, its time has come a couple of weeks or maybe months now ago, and it doesn't work anymore, unfortunately. Just randomly, I was literally in the middle of using it and I plugged it in and it just stopped charging. And I started Googling it, and apparently it's like a common thing with those, which is a big shame. And I am meaning to get another one. They're not the cheapest of things, so yeah, at the moment, I'm having to connect to my monitor from my computer, which is on the left of me, not at all in front of me, and to actually see if I'm in frame, I need to move my whole body to the left to actually see if I am in frame, which I try to do as much as I possibly can. But of course, whilst I'm in the middle of drawing something on the nail, it's a bit hard to continue drawing and then still look on the left, and just a bit of a mess at the moment. I'm really, really sorry. And of course, I feel like me placing the camera maybe in the wrong area today did not help with the focus and the whole situation. So back to the nail design. I don't think I have footage, but the pinky got a purple French tip. And now on the middle nail, I'm doing this yin-yang look. So I decided to do the pink as the base, and then the purple, we're going to draw the actual pattern and then colour one side in. That will have another coat. As you saw, it is a little bit patchy and not very, concentrated and stuff, so it will need another coat, which we'll do in a moment. In the meantime, we're going to continue with our purple nail art at the moment. So on the index finger, only on the French tip, I'm going to do, I can't remember the name of this pattern. I feel like I knew it, and I just as I'm recording it, just complete blank mind right now. But you do 2 lines or 3 or however many you want to, and then you do lines, so going horizontally and diagonally, and then you want to colour in every other box. So you're making like these little squares basically, and you're colouring in every other square. So right now I'm just doing the pattern, basically outlining my little squares. My hand is, as you can see, really, really shaking. really shaking because the nail itself is small and you're trying to make it straight. Of course, on top of that, I'm filming, so I'm not, you know, as super comfortable as I would usually be when I'm just, you know, doing it at my desk, you know, with it right at my face. Having to have it a bit away from me when I film, so I try to be very careful, but yeah, my hands end up shaking a lot, especially if I'm hungry. Oh my goodness, there's a shake. So now it's time to colour in. This is actually one of the first times I've done something like this before. I don't usually or have never done this pattern or art before, and it is a little bit time consuming, I have to admit, and yeah, but I feel like with the whole final result, it looks really, really cute, and I'm not mad at it at all. Saying that, I did actually try and do another nail art design today, actually, with this kind of pattern, but different colours and a whole different design. But I just didn't like it, and I'm wiping it off, and it's not going to happen. I just ended up figuring out another idea for a design, but yeah, I have seen so many designs out on Instagram and Pinterest with this kind of pattern, and they look so cool. People are so creative with these kind of patterns. It's so nice. So I'm just gonna finish it up. It's gonna go into the lamp, of course, and here, because I used like a larger blob of colour, I didn't have to do another coat, which is perfect because I would not have wanted to do another coat of that. Now onto the ring finger. I'm just doing, well, using a dotting tool to create little flowers, which are little cutesy little flowers. So just going all over the nail, doing dots all around, and then I'm going to use the opposite colour to pop into the centre. So if I'm doing a pink flower, I'll have purple in the centre, or if I'm doing purple, I'll have pink in the centre, and I'm just doing that all around. I'm trying to be efficient. So before, the footage that you didn't see, I was actually curing in between like every 2 flowers, and here I'm trying my best to place down like the initial petals and then cure it and then do the centers. The problem I was having is that I was placing too big of blobs down, and sorry, that was my phone. I was placing too big of blobs down, and then because there was just so much gel polish in there, it was kind of bleeding into one another. So try and avoid that, or do larger gaps in between if you're going to do big blobs. By big blobs, I mean not necessarily looking big, but just a lot of gel polish in one little dot, so naturally it would just start, you know, flooding all over. So that's done, it's gone into the lamp, and now we're onto the yin-yang nail. So here I'm using a large dotting tool, the largest I could find, and I'm going to do one purple flower in there, and then a pink one on the purple side, and then that will go into the lamp too. We've got just a couple of final little bits and bobs to complete on the design, and then I'll show you guys the final results with it on my hand at the end of the video. But of course you probably have seen it on the thumbnail, but they're so cute, and the weather was actually really nice today, so I took it outside and I did some footage with it on my hand in the natural sunlight, which is really nice. Some greenery in the background. So summer's just coming up now, really close now. I'm just so excited. I can't wait for sunshine and the hot weather. So back onto the thumb, I'm doing an outline on the French tip, so like the smile line. I'm just going over it with a purple line, and I'm trying to keep it as thin and as symmetrical as I can, so that it just looks, you know, the same all around. I know that doing the line, doing the thickness the same is always a big struggle for me. I managed to do it, same on the pinky. I flipped it around and I did pink there too. A little bit of a struggle. I always struggle with this. But managed to make it work today, which is great. So my shaky hands weren't that bad after all. Here I'm placing a couple of crystals in that. Here I'm actually removing that last crystal I placed because I felt like it was too big. I needed a size smaller to what I've placed. Here it is. Then I am going to do something very similar on the pinky as well, but rather than having a pink flower, we are going to do a purple flower, so that'll be in a moment. Here I'm placing my rhinestone glue gel on the areas that I want crystal placements on. The rhinestone glue gel that I'm using today is from the card. I love their rhinestone glue gel, and I'm actually running out on that note, so I think I need to get some more. I usually get mine on Amazon. It's pretty much the same price as wherever I looked, whether it's on AliExpress or anywhere else, and it comes literally like next day. It's just perfect. So Amazon it is for me always, so I need to get some more very, very soon. That's the pinky done. If you want it to be super extra, then add some caviar beads in between the crystals. I decided to keep it a bit low-key today just because I felt like it had a lot going on as it was, so I just felt like adding the cover bead might be a bit too much. So I just wanted to keep it a little bit more simpler. I mean, it wouldn't really change it that much, but you know, I was already at this design for a couple of, if not even an hour, to be honest. So it's so funny. I was set at designs for an hour, but then the footage would be like 10 minutes long. It's so funny. You guys will never know how long designs actually take me to film. Some you think takes me forever and it only takes me like half an hour. Others will take me an hour and a half. You'll never know because it's always pretty much between like 10 to 15 minutes usually for videos. And I don't really plan for that. It's just as I cut it down to like the necessary bits, it just always ends up being like 10 to 15 for some reason. Time for top coat. So I did decide to go for a glossy one. You all know me, I always do matte, but sometimes for some reason, actually most of the time when I'm doing press-ons, I am leaning towards glossy. So today glossy it is, although I feel like matte would look super cool. And here are the final results with it on my hand. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I would love to see you all in my next video. Bye guys.